Hi and welcome to today's webinar where we'll be talking about our VMware Cloud Service Partner Accelerator and how it can help you make the most out of your cloud service solutions. For those that don't know me already, I'm James Delaney. I've been working in the tech industry for 20 plus years now, taking the age-old journey from first-line support all the way up to solutions architect. Now, but by no means finally, I work as a solutions manager at CommsCare. I'm here today to talk about how CommsCare and Ingram Micro's capabilities can support you to get the most out of your cloud service investments, with a special focus on managed service providers who are utilising VMware solutions. Quick outline of today's webinar. It's a half-hour session, and myself and Sean Armstrong will do our best to stick to those times. We'll be sharing the session deck and recording after, so don't worry about snipping screenshots. And any inquiries or questions, just drop us a mail on inquiries@commscare.com as shown on the screen there. So let's kick off with a bit of an intro into who we are as a business and ultimately why we exist. We are a leading channel first IT solutions and service provider. We've been doing that into the channel since 2002. We're ultimately a non-compete entity who specialises in VMware technology and solutions, and we've been doing that since 2004. We provide skills and resources to enable your business and your end customers to ultimately answer the needs of the market, which is ultimately why we're here today. So, a quick glance at some of our services that we have available, and ultimately this is what we're known for. So, top of that iceberg there is support services in the main. Today, we do so much more than just support services for our partners. These are things like professional services, so that's from the strategic conversations all the way into full design and deployments, into more annuity-based services, so managed services. That's our true 24/7, 365 managed service via our Service Management Center, aka the SMC, all the way into our Ingram microservices. These are known as value-add services. These can be things that are pinned to sustainability, like ITAD, so that's IT Asset Disposal, all the way through to just being able to finance a deal that would have ultimately been CapEx purchased into something that could be operationalized through Ingram Microfinance. So as that little tagline at the bottom says, we like to think of ourselves as an extension of your team. And I guess it goes without saying that we're vendor agnostic, and our aim is to match solutions and support to the demands and circumstances of each individual and each individual opportunity as it's presented from our partners. So like the majority of businesses, we align to the market, and with that in mind, we continue to invest in skills that support these common pillars across the market today. So those are things like connectivity. That's our history ultimately as a business into cloud and data center modernization, security, modern workforce, and digital innovation. Some businesses you'll see this referred to as disruptive technologies. For VMware, that's the full VMware suite. In terms of the data center space, that's vSphere, so the hypervisor, into Cloud Director, the kind of multi-tenant tenancy capabilities that's available there, into vSAN, HCX for workload mobility, and pretty much everything in between. For connectivity, we've got skills in VeloCloud for SD-WAN, NSXT for software-defined networking, as well as really good skills in the team in AVI for load balancing, all the way down to security with things like Carbon Black, Contexa, and our capability in the NSXT space to support things like zero trust models. So our multi-technology approach hopefully ensures that we blend the right technologies and services to support what your end customers are asking of you. So the important bit, why CommsCare to support you to make the most of your cloud solutions, and why CommsCare with VMware. So we've been delivering VMware professional services since 2004, so that's 18 years. Sean, who will be speaking later, has been doing that for the full 18 years as part of CommsCare and what was Platform back in the day. So he's well versed in that area. In terms of the VMware professional services delivery partner, we've been doing that for 4 years in EMEA. And via Ingram Micro in Metna, we've been delivering that as well. So what that means is it's CommsCare delivering professional services on behalf of VMware directly for them. Strategically, we're aligned to our UK Partner Development Manager, that's Rebecca Robinson, and our UK Partner Technology Strategist, which is James Cadwell. We're highly accredited. as a business, we continue to invest in our architects and consultants with accreditations all the way up to VCAP and VCIX level. So in good hands. In terms of capability, we've got 5 of the VMware Master Service competencies, and that's growing. You can see along the bottom there the logos. We've got cloud management and automation, as you'd expect, data center virtualization, all the way down to network virtualization, VMware Cloud Foundation, and we've just completed the cloud native requirements as well as the VMC on AWS requirements. For both of those, we're just awaiting customer testimonials. So ultimately what that means for us is opportunities that we can actually support partners with. So anything in that space, bear us in mind. How we operate and hopefully how we make engagement easier. So this is hopefully quite common in the market these days. It's known as the Lazy 8. So we operate a service lifecycle methodology, and it's there to make sure that when we're talking to you about solutions and services, we're talking about business outcomes and not just the technology, so not the widgets and the gadgets. Our concept is quite basic. It's based around 3 buckets. So that's a plan, execute and operate, each with their own phases. In terms of our partner engagement, this is non-linear. So you ultimately can use a pick and mix approach dependent on the ask from the end customer. We're seeing quite a lot of focus and quite a lot of enhancement on opportunities when we've used the service lifecycle. This is where we're seeing something come in for, we just need an assessment. And by using this approach, moving away from the kind of point solution to more of a service lifecycle approach, we've moved on from an assessment into a design and deployment phase, and then even move further into a health check, so optimized phase down the line, as well as being able to overlay things like TDAs when there's a cross-vendor, larger program of change going on. So all of that's available. Hopefully that all makes sense in terms of how you can engage with us and what to ask for when you do reach out. Key benefits we're seeing from that, it really does help drive adoption. It's a continual engagement between us, the partner, and the end customer. And ultimately, what we're really seeing is an expansion of an opportunity from a point solution into a continual engagement where actually we are delivering true value, whether that's as simple as just the end customer actually switching on the software they've purchased and actually adopting it into the business and utilizing it, which is surprisingly an outcome that you don't always see. So that's probably the great success we're seeing with this. All of this is overlaid with our governance capability. That's our project management office, PMO, as well as our customer success team, which helps deliver true value and a good return on investment for our end customer and the partner. So with our Partner Success Centre, I'll just very quickly touch on this again. It's there to support our partners with an opportunity. That could be from something as simple as a demo of just what the VMware portfolio is capable of, to run through larger proof of concepts for it to run real world scenarios in there. But in terms of the pre-sales capability that we can support with, we can help on the RFI, so request for information or the request for proposal. We can help with the actual qualification and discovery phase and workshops to identify exactly what the business outcomes are and what the end customer requires. So what success looks like for them, which can lead into demos, tailored proof of concepts, etc. And then all the way through into assisting with the actual closure of the opportunity to make sure you guys are successful, and hopefully we can do some of the professional service off the back of it. So what that sometimes look like in terms of when we're speaking to our partners, it could just be something as simple as actually, does this functionality exist? So a functionality test could be something like try before you buy. So actually I just want to have a quick demo of the automation capabilities or the multi-tenancy capabilities of something like Cloud Director. And even simpler than that, it could just be a touch and feel of the product. So what does it look like? What will I get if I invest in this technology? Will it give me what I need? So all of those kind of key touch points there can be gained from what's ultimately quite a simple approach, but really does work quite well. Onto the VMware Partner Connect program and what that means for an MSP. So I won't spend too long on the Flex Core bundle and the VCPP model, as I'm taking it as a bit of a given that most people on this call are either already partners or are looking into that. If you do want a bit more detail, there's a link for you here. It goes through to an Ingram micro link, but VMware obviously are happy to support, and if you do need some additional support, you can reach out to us directly. The VMware Partner Connect program enables MSPs and cloud providers to invest in VMware infrastructure on a pay-as-you-serve subscription basis. So that's designed to help drive the success of your private clouds, hybrid clouds, public clouds, by paying on a consumption basis. The program provides the VMware FlexCore bundle, which includes a set of core VMware technologies with components, as you can see on the right. You've got the management, you've got the billing, you've got the networking, you've got the compute layer, and then it's all backed off by vendor support as well. So the key benefits for new MSPs and existing MSPs ultimately, it's cost. So you can start small and scale as needed. It's a flexible model, so it's pay as you go, consumption-based billing both for you and also for your end customers. So multiple models available on Cloud Director as an example. And it's about delivery speed. So the ability to increase time to value for your services that you want to push out to your end customers. You can automate it, you can package them up, and you can make them easily available to your end customers. So it's all of those things, and that's why we've created this service, to get you essentially a very quick on-ramp to services to your end customers. What challenges are we seeing coming in from our partners in the channel? I've got a few examples here of what we're getting reported back and some of the conversations we're having from, as we all know, the skills gaps. It is challenging managing this level of complexity in this type of platform, and it's even more challenging being able to monetize that and also monetize your services effectively. So as we know, transformation in general is never easy, and cloud transformation is no different for you as an MSP or your end customers. Everyone is still grappling with a variety of challenges, such as outdated infrastructure, monolithic applications, diverse cloud operating models that are available from the hyperscalers to the on-prem to the private clouds, which all bears gaps in security, and it just translates to increased requirements on ultimately scarce resources. As organisations do use more clouds and look to deliver more of their services via clouds, in order to meet the demand from the market, this does present some unique challenges and can create silos in terms of the architecture and the operational challenges to actually manage these estates. At the same time, they need to be providing employees with fast, secure access to these platforms and their apps. So it really does need to be as efficient as possible. It's not all doom and gloom though. MSPs have both the challenges and there is plenty of opportunity here. I guess the key call-outs from the 5 areas that are most common in terms of the pain points we're seeing reported back from our partners, it's they need agility and the ability to meet the needs of their customers and internal stakeholders. There's increased complexity out there from policies, as well as managing the life cycle of the environments. There's increased risks related to security, the data, and just the privacy issues and the compliance that comes with that. Challenges with inconsistent infrastructure APIs, different databases, different networking, different security constructs across all these clouds, and a need to hire and maintain new specialized skills to support the public clouds as well as all of their existing estates. And lastly but not least, it's the ability to manage and optimize spend. So for us at Comscare, these aren't really new challenges. It's still about people, it's still about process, and it's still about the technology we're using. So these are the common talking points from any new MDs or CISOs or CTOs when it comes to their considerations for a digital program of change. They all know, and we get this comment quite a lot, that they know they can't just continue to sell servers and expect to be successful. So it's always a conversation of, well, where is the opportunity? Where do we go? So with that in mind, where is the opportunity? And I'll start by stating that managed service providers are part of a large group. If I can just focus on EMEA to start with and some facts in that space, just to set the scene for the opportunity. So for VMware, we've got 2,600 cloud providers using the FlexCore bundle to provide services to their end customers. 141 cloud verified partners using the SDDC stack to enhance their offerings. That gives them the ability to scale and reduces their operational overhead. You've got 2.6 million workloads being reported monthly on the VCPP model, and you've got 683 plus Cloud Director production implementations in the MSP space. So as a collective group, by the numbers, that's the 3rd largest hyperscaler in EMEA. Being part of this group, cloud provider partners are well positioned. They hold the customer relationships in these markets, and they can leverage that in their respective regions. There is a strong dependency on these local markets. So having clouds in country, for example, it's a resilient market. And one that aligns to the multi-cloud market conditions. Everyone is going to that hybrid model. I think that will continue for a very long time. To add to that, there are favourable regulations like GAIA-X for digital sovereignty. And you'll see a lot of comments around data sovereignty and what that means. This is on a European scale, and there's been the invalidation of the EU-US Privacy Shield, which enables cloud providers based in Europe to start to differentiate their offerings when compared to the hyperscalers. So there's an opportunity there as well. But you'll see on the left the chart that more and more MSPs are choosing VMware and their VCPP Flex Core bundle to provide their services there in customers. And this is ultimately all leveraging Cloud Director as that delivery mechanism. With that in mind, what service creation opportunity is there? So you can see here on the left that over the last 12 months, we've seen a mixture of requirements come across from our partners. So this is what we've been seeing. So from NSXT to the largest part of the pie, which is vSphere, which is private cloud deployments. For the most part, most of these providers are on the VCPP model, and there's lots of activity in that space. We've held a lot of strategic sessions with partners that have led us to pulling together our cloud service provider accelerator. This service is a direct result of what our partners have been asking for, and it is aligned to that model, which ultimately is there to help the MSPs get the most out of their investments, whether that's monetization, time to value, etc. So it's aligned to that. Through our pre-sales capability, we can help with that as well, and we can help showcase the end result in our Partner Success Centre. But in terms of explicit services, on the right there, I've just got some examples where partners seem to be doing quite well. These are all available out of the box on our ready-to-go platform once deployed. So obviously infrastructure as a service is available. But out of the box, you've got migration as a service capability through vCloud availability. You've got native support for Kubernetes, so you can start to look at containerization, microservices. Obviously, with NSXT, you can start to look at firewall as a service, and you've also got native DR as a service capability through vCloud availability as well. So out of the box, some really compelling options there. And obviously there's lots of extensibility to plug in other providers as well. So moving on to the specifics around our cloud service partner accelerator. So what are we looking to achieve? So we're looking to deliver the foundation to support you to accelerate your cloud services into your end customers. So it's an off-the-shelf product ready to go for you to start monetizing ultimately. It's as simple as that. So CommsCare created the Accelerate professional service to help managed service providers and cloud providers unlock the Flex Core bundle. The aim here is to help you guys maximize and accelerate return on investment that you've made with your VMware deployments. So if you're already on the Flex Core bundle and you're only taking advantage of, say, vSphere and vCenter, then there's so much more you can do. So we do this through our professional services deployment team. We do that as a fixed price, fixed outcome. And we run an assessment phase. That could be an assessment of an existing estate to see where your gaps are and where the opportunity is, or it could be some whiteboarding sessions to understand what's important to you as an MSP or someone who wants to be an MSP. We'll then move on to a design, which is it's aligned to VMware validated designs. Then we'll actually do the deployment for you. We'll do some early life support and adoption, so that's knowledge transfer into your teams. Plus, after all of that, we can even provide an optimized service where we can come back and revisit your cloud platform for lifecycle management. That could be a health check, or even just a general best practice review, say 6 months down the line. To do this, we utilize an outcome-focused approach. So that's a roadmap of exactly what you're getting, and we'll speak to you to try and understand what's important to you, and we'll do that through an IT value model. That's ultimately aimed at increasing your service maturity and how you actually go about realizing what it is you're trying to do. So whether that's provisioning a service, a desktop as a service solution or an app to your customers, then we'll work with you on that. It's aligned to VMware's service lifecycle methodology and helps you adopt what ultimately is a best-in-class cloud provider infrastructure based on VMware's reference architecture. It can be built on VMware Cloud Foundation, and we can help you achieve cloud verified status if you go down the SDDC stack route. There's a range of offerings to suit immediate and future growth, a range of additional follow-on services, which I'll talk about later, which are designed to address specific challenges with cost-effective solutions, and there's options for proactive maintenance and reactive support where required. We've got three key examples here, which are important, and it's around speed to market, time to value, and it's a ready-to-go deployment. So really, really simple in terms of what the service offers you, provides you the ability to scale quickly at a lower investment cost, which is obviously important. And finally, it's on a VMware validated design, so it reduces your risk and enables you to provide cloud services from there on. And those are just three examples, obviously. Today, enterprises of all types and sizes are running their businesses on this trusted foundation. And I think I stated earlier in terms of what's coming from the C-level, businesses do know that they can't stand still and survive, let alone thrive, by just providing basic IaaS. And if you're on the VCPP model, already, then you've got essentially the foundation layer that you already need to really accelerate your digital innovation and support your own customers ultimately. So who's it for? It's for existing managed service providers who are looking to modernise and transform their multi-tenant IT infrastructures. What's key to them, it's usually reducing CapEx, so maximise what you have or do more with less. It's about business agility, so decreasing service delivery time from months to days. It's also being relevant in the market, so having the ability to offer compelling services and become a trusted business partner to their customers. It's about improving operational efficiency, so that's reducing operational pain and cost through self-service and efficient lifecycle management of their estate, all available out of the box. And lastly, but certainly not least, it's the monetization of their estate, so giving them the ability to generate revenue from their platforms and drive adoption of their services. I guess for new cloud providers, it's exactly the same. I guess it's those that are looking to get onto the FlexCore bundle subscription that require support to, provide services to their own customers that might not be doing that today. So that's really what we're looking there. So it is about standing up a ready-to-go cloud service. So key outcomes. So what does good look like from our cloud service partner accelerator once it's done? So we give you a rapid design and deployment. It's ready to go platform for your service offerings. It helps enhance your offerings and provide new revenue streams through containers, Kubernetes as a service, providing platform as a service, firewall as a service, for example, all while increasing your speed of delivery through automation, multi-tenancy, etc. And also improving customer experience and creating sticky and hopefully happy end customers. The really key outcome for me is the reduction of the operational challenges that usually come from providing complex solutions. By utilising this validated design, you can take advantage of the mature lifecycle management capabilities that are baked into the solution natively. And the benefit there is it frees up your expensive resources to concentrate on what is important to your business. So while we are seeing progress made in the MSP space in terms of really becoming digital partners to their own customers, partner leaders we talk to say the same thing in terms of they're not able to move fast enough to keep pace with the market. Many CIOs describe the current challenges as the great replatforming of the enterprise, and it is an opportunity to rethink and reshape those kind of core operations that do support and propel businesses, but that isn't without challenges. And we aim to help by increasing time to value, which is often slow and is compounded with the kind of the skills gap issues that are going on. That's globally at the moment. There's the sheer weight of existing enterprise apps, which have proven difficult to modernize and migrate to the cloud. And that's really where the FlexCore bundle supports this adoption of cloud native, so microservices, which can just work alongside or adjacent to those services as well, running on a FlexCore bundle. So it supports that. So the solution also helps by keeping your platforms relevant, secure and up to date. These are all areas we can support with on the life cycle approach. So as you can see here, the Cloud Service Partner Accelerator offers a rapid deployment of a ready-to-go cloud platform for your services. We support you with the adoption of the service by helping you skill up and adopting the technology into your business, which is obviously very important. And we can revisit VR Optimize service as a health check for your platforms, and it's as simple as that. So I'll be handing over to Sean Armstrong to give you an overview of our partner success platform. So over to you, Sean.
Thanks, James. Hi, I'm Sean Armstrong and I'm Practice Lead for VMware Data Center Solutions here at CommsCare. As a provider of technology services to the channel, CommsCare provide a broad range of business services and technology services to our reseller and system integrator partners. At a high level, my role as Practice Lead is to ensure our partners have access to all of the skills and expertise and services they require to be successful. In today's presentation, I'll be providing you with a flavour of how CommsCare can support your organisations through all stages of a project lifecycle, where we focus primarily on the Partner Connect Cloud Services Provider Programme and our new Accelerate offerings. James has already provided you an analysis of the many challenges faced by cloud services providers and how CommsCare and our Accelerate solutions and services might be of assistance. Our market research showed that many cloud services providers have a common set of business challenges. The administration burden of managing manually intensive legacy processes, challenges with lifecycling complex solutions, dealing with the security challenges of multi-tenancy, long lead times for the development of new service offerings, and commercial pressures and competition from hyperscalers. Here at CommsCare, we set ourselves a target to create and develop a set of simple yet innovative solutions to address these challenges. Solutions that deliver successful business outcomes, maximize your return on your subscription investments, and shorten time to value. Mature and proven project methodology, which is broken out into 3 phases: plan, execute, and operate. The Accelerate services are fixed scope, fixed fee engagements, enabling us to fast track each of these phases. The planning phase is used to confirm and document the common challenges we listed previously, as well as anything else that may be specific to your organisation. Our aim is to understand your business in terms of people, processes, and technology, and identify what competencies and capabilities you already hold and where we can help you in the future. The aim of the planning phase is to produce a roadmap which identifies key milestones to achieve in terms of operational maturity and the IT infrastructure required to achieve them. The output of the planning phase is a well-defined scoping document which identifies the type, size, and requirements for the Accelerate baseline deployment, as well as any additional capabilities to be included with the addition of add-on packages. The execute phase is where we adopt the VMware reference architecture for software-defined data center within your organization. The design is well known and consistent. The challenge is understanding the infrastructure requirements and prerequisites needed to accommodate it within the context of your infrastructure. Of the available Accelerate baseline packages, we recommend a solution based on the VCF standard architecture, as this provides the most scalable, manageable, and feature-rich end-state solution for VMware Cloud Director consumption. Once the baseline package has been selected, we offer a range of add-on packages to support the competencies identified in the outcome-focused assessment during the planning phase. These include migration services powered by VMware Cloud Director Availability Suite, Kubernetes as a service delivered using Cloud Director Container Services extension, the integration of third-party backup solutions, DR for on-premises virtual workloads, again using VMware Cloud Director Availability Suite, and the integration of private and public software repositories such as Bitnami implemented using App Launchpad. At the successful conclusion of the project, CommsCare also offer a range of optional complementary lifecycle services for consumption. These include health assessments, systems monitoring and management, and proactive maintenance services to ensure your cloud platform remains healthy and compliant. CommsCare have a Partner Success Centre, which we make available to our partners to help them accelerate their sales cycle. Within the Partner Success Centre, we have a fully functional deployment of the Accelerate solution built on the VMware Cloud Foundation standard baseline. We use the Partner Success Centre to showcase the value of the Accelerate solution. From a provider perspective, we demonstrate the automation and orchestration capabilities within SDDC Manager, the ability to lifecycle the entire VCF stack with hot fixes or new software versions, and demonstrate how the platform can be scaled and enhanced through third-party extensibility. We demonstrate how easily organizations can be onboarded, their virtual data centers created as part of a workflow, and how the number of different consumption and billing options are available. From a tenant perspective, we can demonstrate how we build out private networks specific to our organization, how we connect our virtual data centers to backhaul on-premises data centers, and how easily we can consume services from central catalogs. The CommsCare Partner Success Center can be accessed securely from any location using VMware Horizon. A CommsCare pre-sales consultant can deliver the demonstration using your choice of collaboration tool, typically Microsoft Teams or Zoom. We can offer a predefined walkthrough of the solution along with a drill down into each component, or a more bespoke deep dive where we can drill into specific areas. The acceleration solution we are accessing today is built on Dell PowerEdge vSAN nodes and has a configuration consistent to that which we would apply as part of the Accelerate engagement. The functionality is consistent regardless of your choice of hardware vendor. Let's take a high-level view of what's included. To arrange a more in-depth deep dive, please reach out to your CommsCare account manager or click the contact link included in the webinar. The next solution we will discuss is VMware Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager. Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager provides deployment, configuration, and lifecycle services for a growing list of VMware Cloud Provider cloud products. Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager has a design function which can be used to architect complex environments containing products such as VMware Cloud Director. The designs created within Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager can be exported to JSON files for further refinement and editing prior to their deployment. All Accelerate packages include the deployment and configuration of VMware Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager, which we subsequently leverage to perform an automated deployment of Cloud Director 10.4 built to your specification. Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager is also used to deploy Cloud Usage Meter for consumption and billing reporting and RabbitMQ for message queuing services where required. In addition to deploying and configuring cloud products and services, Cloud Provider Lifecycle Manager can be used to maintain and lifecycle those products. Using VCD as an example, this includes operations such as adding or removing VCD nodes, managing SSL certificates for the various VCD components, and applying patches or product update to the Cloud Director instance itself. One of the main components of the Accelerate solution is VMware Cloud Director. VMware Cloud Director provides a multi-tenancy overlay for the solution. VMware Cloud Director 10.41 is extremely extensible and can be configured to integrate with many VMware and third-party solutions, adding capability around networking, container workloads, management, monitoring, backup, and disaster recovery services. The base Accelerate service delivers a single vCloud Director cell consisting of 3 PhotonOS appliance nodes connected to an NFS share. The NFS share is exploited from the vSAN file services enabled on the management domain vSAN cluster. The cell, administration, and tenant portals are load balanced using either an NSXT Edge load balancer or an Avi Advanced load balancer if licensed. The Cloud Foundation workload domain, compute and storage resources are added to VMware Cloud Director as provider virtual data centers by adding the workload vCenter server to VMware Cloud Director. The workload domain NSXT Managers cluster is then added to Cloud Director to enable on-demand customer provisioning of VMware Cloud Director organization networks. Consumers of the VMware Cloud Director service are identified as organizations within VMware Cloud Director. An organization may be allocated one or more organizational virtual data centers. An organizational virtual data center can be thought of as a logical data center with an allocated or flexible amount of compute and storage resources. A number of different consumption billing models are available for selection. The Accelerate base package includes the creation of a system organization which provides shared services such as software and virtual machine templates or catalogs to tenants. In addition to this, we also create an example tenant, which we can configure to demonstrate and validate the functionality on offer. Within this tenant, we create an edge gateway, which is implemented as a T1 router in NSX. This provides external connectivity to the internet and backhaul data center services over a VPN. In our example here in the Customer Success Center, we have the Org Global organization, which hosts a shared catalog. We've also created a number of different tenants implemented as organizations where we can showcase the solution. From the perspective of the tenant, we log on to the tenant portal. Here we're provided with an overview of our tenancy. If we look at the networking section, we have an NSXT Edge Gateway implemented as a T1 router. We've also provisioned organizational networks on which we can deploy VMs and VApps. The VMs and VApps can be accessed from different catalogs which can be shared to the organization. At the conclusion of the Accelerate engagement, the private cloud platform is ready for infrastructure as a service customers to be onboarded. It's ready to accept additional service packages that enhance and extend the services provided to tenants. Examples being Kubernetes as a service, implemented by the Cloud Director Container Service Extension package, Load Balancer as a service, implemented by the NSXT Advanced Load Balancer package, and DR as a service, implemented by the Cloud Director Availability Suite package. The solution can be managed and monitored using SDDC Manager, vCenter Server, Log Insight, Skyline Health, and additional optional packages such as the vRealize Operations and Tenant App package. The development of new and flexible metering and billing services for tenants is also immediately possible. And providers should also give consideration to applying for cloud verified status, as this brings many additional benefits. Please contact CommsCare via the link to request more information and a more detailed overview and demonstration of the Accelerate solution in our Partner Success Center. I'll now pass you back to James to conclude the webinar. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Sean. Really good overview of the Partner Success Centre there. I'm aware, looking at the clock, we're running a little short on time, so I'll do my best to whiz through the service enhancements. Our Cloud Service Partner Accelerator is there to make sure you, the MSP, and partners who consume the solution are getting the most out of their investments. It doesn't stop with the FlexCore bundle. So what you can see there is a selection of additional VMware products and also additional vendor products that have extensibility into the suite where we can support. So it's a bit of a pick and mix approach for these services, or you can call them bolt-ons if you will. All of these solutions are available for consumption via our team, all overlaid with the usual governance and customer success where required. And finally, our goal is to support you and your business to be successful. Again, as a non-compete service enabler, and we've had some great feedback from the service to date around our partners, where we've helped maximise their customer spend, help them to start selling services in a repeatable and agile way using the FlexCore bundle, helping them remain relevant to their customers and their changing demands, helping them to increase profits and reduce overheads, and also helping them to articulate and innovate services to their own customers through our pre-sales team. And finally, why would you partner with CommsCare? So in terms of capability, the VMware team are the best in the market, in my opinion. And as a business, we can help you scale up to meet today's need without the investment internally, therefore minimizing your risk and expanding your addressable market. We can help you skill up to fill gaps in resource and capability that you either don't want to invest in or have no interest in. We can help you remain competitive by utilising our PMO team for complex projects and our technical depth and breadth to support your own customers. And lastly, we can help to maximise your opportunity by taking advantage of our CX practice to help unlock and expand an opportunity beyond that just initial point solution requirement. And for all things VMware and CommsCare, do take a look at our VMware hub, and that's at comms-care.com/VMware-hub, and you'll find all the specific topics that are listed there for support. So infographics, you'll find this video on demand webinar as well, and a few others. And that's all we have for today. So please do reach out if you'd like to know more, or if you have any questions via inquiries@commscare.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn, where I'm always happy to talk tech. Thanks again to Sean for his Partner Success Centre showcase, and thanks for joining us today. All the best.